Speaking of the Pharisees in the first century, Jesus said, "But in vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men." Although this is a quote from Isaiah and originally aimed at the Jews of Isaiah's day, Jesus saw a fitting use of this rebuke for these Pharisees. They had elevated their traditions to the level of inspired Scripture, but were not following what God had actually legislated by inspiration. That should be a fearsome position for anyone who claims to love and fear the Lord. Let's see how this might happen in our day and age. Is baptism important? Modern religion has kicked it to the back pew, so to speak. We're told it should be practiced, but that it isn't about salvation. Is that a doctrine of men? Peter commanded a multitude to be baptized for the forgiveness of sins in Acts 2:38. Paul was commanded to be baptized to wash away his sins in Acts 22:16. The Romans were told that baptism was how they had gotten into Christ in Romans 6, verses 3 through 4. And the Galatians got that same piece of information in Galatians 3 and verse 27. The Colossians had been raised up with Christ when baptized in Colossians 2:12, reminiscent of the wording of Romans 6:4, making it clear that the new life begins at baptism. In fact, it is a part of the new birth Jesus spoke of when he referred to being born of the water and the Spirit in John 3:5. The Bible doesn't speak of baptism the way many modern religions speak of it. That should make us think twice, not think that theological thinkers figured out a better way to talk about baptism. Scripture should be honored far above the thinking of mortal men.